Hey everyone, Chris Lee from Grayling here. I'm running a course in Singapore and Hong Kong in November, talking about how to write for the web to achieve your business goals. We'll be looking at how to understand your media and audience landscape, start thinking like journalists, and measure what matters. So we're all going to be led by data and aim for those emotional responses that instigate a response. Just a bit about me. I've got a PR background, but at the same time, I spent a good couple of years as a journalist back in the early days of the internet journalism. So I've been writing for the web ever since. I contribute to the likes of eConsultancy, and now I head up digital training at Grayling. So I'm going to be looking at these 2-day courses as brands, publishers. It's important as we understand the customer decision journey that we need to use content to hit people and educate them at every stage of their decision-making journey, whether that's B2B or B2C. There we're going to be researching products, we're going to be asking other people for information, and to be a thought leader is absolutely essential. But to make people read, we have to be useful to them. Brands are trusted, luckily, in this regard. If you have a look at this survey from Technorati, we can see that retail sites and brand sites, because people understand the kind of relationship they're getting into when they go onto these sites, they're going to get the information, the insight that they want, more so perhaps than the press in terms of how it's trusted. So we have an opportunity, but we do face a challenge, and that's people's attention span online, typically the same level as a goldfish, which is about 8 seconds. And bear in mind, if you've got a situation, as we found here, that 89% of content is shared less than 100 times, you're throwing all this money at producing content and yet it's not being shared. Well, why not? And if it's not being shared, it's not getting traction in a wider audience, it's probably not going to deliver on your business objective either. And so we're going to look at how we can improve that, just make some subtle tweaks, make some wholesale changes. We have some great practical exercises all the way through this as well. Brands are all publishers now, so we're going to be looking at writing for scripts for video, podcasts, blogs, and we'll be talking about all manner of things such as how the content flow works. And also looking at brand storytelling. Who's your audience? What's your objective? What type of content you can produce for them? What format can it be presented in? What's the context around that particular issue? And also timing. Have you produced your content calendar, for example, and how you can best do that? Getting an emotional response is absolutely key. There's these 8 key emotions that have been identified by psychologist Robert Plutchik in terms of what instigates a response from people. So we need to understand which feelings we want to instigate in our followings that's going to incentivize them to take an action. So we'll be looking at that as well. We want to understand the language the audiences are using. So we're looking at some tools like Google Keyword Planner. We'll be looking at Google Trends. What time of year are people searching for various different things, and when we should we talk about particular types of issues, and then of course how that links to analytics going forward. We'll look about the importance of presentation, which is absolutely key again in terms of making content engaging and relevant and encouraging it to spread. So we're looking at that. I encourage absolutely everyone to come along. We're doing some great practical exercises, 2 days of really intensive stuff. We're going to bounce some great ideas off each other. I hope you can come along. These are the links, and hopefully I shall see you in Singapore and Hong Kong in November.